On Tuesday, for the first time since Vietnam, a U.S. Army general by the name of Harold J. Green was killed in an overseas conflict when an Afghan soldier opened fire on senior American officers at a military training academy. Since marijuana legalization, highway fatalities in Colorado are at near historic lows. Of course, a continuing drop in roadway fatalities in Colorado and elsewhere is due to a variety of factors such as better built cars and trucks, improved safety features, and better road engineering. On Wednesday, Ernst Mauch, a revered gun designer, looks for ways of making guns safer. Mauch Solutions, the IP1, can be personalized so it only fires if the gun's rightful owner is wearing a special watch connected wirelessly to the weapon. The very concept of the weapon has been attacked by U.S. gun rights advocates. On Thursday, Theodore Wafer was convicted of second-degree murder in the shooting death of 19-year-old Renisha McBride in suburban Detroit. The case had many racial undertones since Wafer is white and McBride was black. President Obama announced he had authorized limited airstrikes against Islamic militants in Iraq in order to avert the fall of the Kurdish capital, Erbil, and returning the U.S. to Iraq for the first time since the last American soldier left the country at the end of 2011. 4 out of 10 American households were straining financially 5 years after the Great Recession, according to a new Federal Reserve survey of consumers. On Friday, researchers at IBM announced a new neuromorphic processor dubbed True North, which mimics a biological processor, or a brain. At 1 million neurons, it is about as complex as a bee's brain. American warplanes and drones struck artillery and military vehicles of a militant Islamic group Friday in an effort to halt its advance towards the northern Iraqi oil center, now clogged with displaced people sheltering at churches, factories, and construction sites. After a unanimous vote by a committee of public health and risk management experts, the WHO, or the World Health Organization, decided to declare the outbreak of Ebola an international public health emergency. Israel and Palestinian militants in the Gaza Strip resumed cross-border air assault after a 3-day ceasefire expired on Friday, but the renewed violence seemed less about meeting military goals than about acquiring leverage in talks that had made little progress towards a more durable truce. Militants led by Hamas sent a rocket soaring towards southern Israel exactly as the agreed-upon pause expired at 8 a.m. and fired about 50 throughout the day. President Obama said on Saturday that the airstrikes and humanitarian assistance drops he ordered last week in Iraq could go on for months, preparing Americans for an extended military presence in Iraq as leaders try to build a new government. On Sunday, Israel and Hamas have accepted a 72-hour ceasefire proposed by Egypt. The temporary ceasefire would allow for negotiations between Israelis and Palestinians, according to Egypt's foreign ministry and senior Hamas official Izzat Rishek.